Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to 90 Day Fiancé latest news. People had gotten used to her not talking. Chantel Everett disappeared after the upheaval, the treachery, and the last tear dropped during the televised divorce fallout. She wasn't gone from the public completely, but she was no longer showing them the raw, vulnerable side of herself that she used to. Yes, she put up pictures. Yes, brand bargains. Yes, I sometimes make TikToks with pals and smile through shiny filters. But the woman with the famous brown eyes, the one whose love story was seen by millions and picked apart, that woman is gone. Up until now. It started on a dark July night when the sky over the Atlantic was a delicate violet color, and the wind told the waves secrets. Chantel posted a video at 7:03 p.m. without any warning or fanfare. It was easy. There was no introduction, no makeup tutorial, no music, and only one red heart as a caption. Red heart, the frame started with two shadowy figures going along the seashore holding hands. One of them was definitely hers. Tall, calm, and with hair blowing in the wind. The other one, a puzzle. A man taller than her, leaned close and whispered something in her ear. She really did laugh. A chuckle that no one has heard from her in years. He kissed her forehead softly. The scene went dark. And just like that, the world stopped breathing. The comment area exploded like a shaken bottle of champagne in only a few seconds. Hold on. Who is this? Chantel. You seem very joyful. Loudly crying face girl. No way. I'm in tears. Is this real? Do whatever it takes to keep her safe. At last. The likes went up by more than 100,000 in less than an hour. It was shared by Instagram blogs. Theories about Twitter and X got out of hand. There was a lot of speculation on Reddit discussions. And through it all, Chantel said nothing. But what about the silence? That was the most noise. Because this moment wasn't enough for Chantel Everett, whose every fight, grief, and crack in her soul had been shared with the world like dirty laundry. It was holy. There had been a storm before the grin and the kiss on the beach. Chantel was used to pain. Her story was a mix of beautiful and painful things. Every part of her life has been put under the harsh light of ring lights and reality cameras, from her initial steps into reality TV fame, immersed in the heady thrill of international love, to the end of her marriage to Pedro Jimeno. They began with pyrotechnics and finished with ashes. Pedro used to be everything to her. She crossed oceans for him, struggled to keep him, and defended him against her own family. But trust had been broken. Words turned into weapons. Punishment, silence. In the end, love became a war zone that neither of them could win. Chantel was a wreck when the cameras stopped rolling and the divorce was final. But she never said anything bad about him. No, not really. While others were dragging his name through the mud online, she rose above it. Be quiet. Classy. Not whole, but getting better. She thought about herself. Went back to nursing. Got into business. She kept her heart safe like a castle with no drawbridge. That was 2 years ago. Everyone felt she would never love again. And maybe she didn't either for a long time. The film, albeit short, became a symbol of reclaiming, rediscovering, and being born again. Fans turned into detectives in the days that followed. Who was the guy in the video? Some people said they had seen her months before at a wellness retreat in Tulum, where she was laughing with a man in mirrored sunglasses. Others pointed to a fuzzy picture in the backdrop of a spa that Chantel had tagged last spring. Is he a doctor as well? How about a businessman from Europe? No, he's too low-key. Perhaps someone she used to know? Nobody knew, and Chantel wasn't offering any hints. But what she was delivering was energy. A fresh shine. There was a small shift in her next posts, which were still pretty and filtered. She had relaxed her stance. There was light in her eyes again. Her captions were more real, less planned, and more basic. Then the second post came. A picture. A candid. Her, snuggled up on a white couch with no shoes on, smiling at something just out of sight. There was no man to see. But just barely, a man's hand was in the frame, resting softly on her ankle. The text. Some things are better when you keep them to yourself. Strawberry, the internet went crazy again. But this wasn't a scandal. There was no drama in this reality show. This was different. It helped me get well. Behind closed doors, Chantel's life had changed in small ways. She had stopped listening to bad voices, turned down offers to be on new reality shows, created a skincare line based on honesty and simplicity, Took extended vacations by themselves. Read poems again. Spent time with my nieces and nephews. And little by little, someone had come into her life. Someone she didn't have to impress. He wasn't showy. He didn't ask for pictures of himself. He didn't care how many followers she had or what brand deals she had. He wanted to know what her dreams were. Her worries. The scars on her body. At first, she wasn't sure. She almost pulled away when he kissed her for the first time. Not because she didn't want to, but because she was scared of wanting to. But he didn't make her hurry. He simply waited. He informed her one night while they were sitting on a balcony watching the stars twinkle slowly over the Atlanta cityscape. "I'm not here to fix what someone else broke. I just want to hold what you want to give me." And she wept. Not because she was upset, but because she finally trusted someone. At that moment, something changed. She stopped thinking of herself as a broken version of a TV character. She started to think of herself as a lady. A real lady. With chapters still to write. With skin that was better. With a heart that still beat, not in spite of everything, but because of it. And so, one night, while the waves caressed the edge of a calm beach, she said to him, "Let's make a video. For us only." He smiled and hit the record button. She didn't mean to put it up. But later that night, when she lay next to him and watched the moonlight flow over the covers, something inside her murmured, "It's time." Not to explain. Not to provide a name. Not to fulfill the world's never-ending need to know. Just to be. That was when she put it up. Pedro saw it too from far away. He didn't like it. Did not say anything. Just saw. People say he was shocked. Some others say he moved on a long time ago. But within a few hours of the post going up, he took down all of Chantel's pictures from his own social media. All the videos. Every comment that has her name in it. No matter what it meant, it was the end. Cut the last link between them. Chantel didn't flinch, though. The next morning, the sun warmed her cheeks and the fragrance of coffee came from the kitchen, where her new partner, still unnamed to the world, was humming a gentle tune. She turned on her phone. A million alerts. She didn't look at them. Instead, she walked barefoot to the balcony, where the ocean spread out in front of her, endless and unknown. She drank her tea, shut her eyes, and smiled. Weeks went by. She still didn't give him a name. She was shy in interviews. She would say, "I'm in a really happy place," with a sparkle in her eyes. "I'm paying attention to what seems right. That's all I can say." And really, what else could be said? People have previously heard her story. The news, the betrayal, the tragedy. This new chapter wasn't meant for the cameras. It wasn't for the supporters. It belonged to her. Safe. Private. Important. But it still inspired, even though it was a mystery. She got messages from thousands of ladies. Tales of getting better. Of beginning again. Of letting go. Her DMs became a safe place where others could share their strength. "Thank you for showing us that we can find peace again. You make me believe that love is real after a heartbreak. I got out of my bad marriage 2 years ago. You give me hope." Chantel read every single one of them. She would sometimes respond late at night, not with long texts. Only gentle affirmations. "You are worth it. You are more than what hurt you. Keep going. It grows brighter." The story had completely changed by the time September came. She wasn't only Pedro's ex. She was more than simply a TV star. She wasn't just a pretty face. She was Chantel. All. Born again. Soft in places that used to be hard. Strong in places that used to be broken. 6 months after the video, she posted again one night. A picture shows a ring that isn't on her finger, but is hanging from a chain around her neck. Title: "We don't hurry. We get up." Crescent moon. The comments blew up again. "Wait! Oh my God, is this an engagement? Are you trying to tell us something? Keep your peace, Queen Fire." But Chantel didn't say yes. Didn't say no. The truth was that it didn't matter. She wasn't doing anything anymore. She was just going about her life. Love doesn't always come in with a bang. It sometimes walks along the shore without shoes. It kisses your forehead sometimes when the sun goes down. Sometimes it only needs to be kept safe, not proven. Chantel Everett no longer thought of love in terms of cameras. It wasn't about big statements or ideal stories. It was about peace. About picking softness after getting through a fire. And if you ever question if healing is genuine while watching the waves one night, think of her. The lady who loved too much. Broke too deeply. And then she got up quietly with someone who didn't see her as a story, but as home. This gossip is over. If you liked the video, then give your opinion in the comment box and stay with us by subscribing the channel. Thank you.